Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got...
Kyle McIntyre.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got Kyle McIntyre. All right. It's
What's
just
new with you?
it's just your Bill Cosby.
Oh,
no. That's my agent. Anyway.
All right.
That's silly beginning. How's it going, Kyle?
It's good.
Just two for today. What's new in your world? What is shaking? What is grooving? What is good?
Got something new. Yeah. It's been a while, so it's nice to get a new product in.
Yeah. Something new.
I got a...
you tightened your purse strings a little bit.
You know, I got to hold the reins.
after your car debacle there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit.
So I'm going to unwrap it so you guys can actually hear it on the podcast so you can see it too. So I got a mushroom stomper from Sonic Stompers.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm like, it looks
pretty legit.
No, it looks so fucking cool. It looks like, okay, he's been promoting these for a while on his Instagram. So Sonic Stompers, It's like, it looks, I mean, I don't think it's what they're trying to go for. Actually, no, they lay into it pretty hard. It looks like a Mario.
It's like a side thing, you know. They make their pedal, the regular pedal topper, stompers. And this one's like, shit, I can make it. I'm gonna make it. And then they're rare. I mean, they're hard. It's been a bitch to try and get one.
Yeah.
Because like if he announces it's on the website,
sold,
and it's gone. Like fuck.
It looks. I mean, I know what he's going for. It looks like a Mario mushroom, like the plus mushroom.
Yeah. So this is the green one.
And like I was saying, he's totally leaning into it because like whenever they promote it, it's all like Mario stuff.
Exactly. Yes, you are correct. It's just it's not their regular thing they make.
No.
So okay, I just want to make that clear. They're doing some new ones actually. They're doing like epoxy filled.
Yeah, instead of the wood ones.
Yeah,
the metal polished ones.
Yeah, and so they're kind of cool. They're epoxy, but they're like sparkly and they're colored and stuff. So
yeah,
might have to get. I got a lot of pedals, so I'm gonna need a lot of those.
You need stompers for all those.
Yeah,
I'll take all your barefoot buttons, and then you can get all of Sonic Stompers.
Yeah. That's a good trade.
That sounds good to me, man. I need the space.
Yeah, those take up so much space. Yeah. So I also got my grabber back from Hawk. Got it out of Hawk. It plays really well actually, and it sounds really good.
Set up a lot better.
Yeah, I had him set it up. I had him clean like the pots and the switches and stuff because it was like
scratchy.
You hear him get scratchy, and yeah, the neck bend is less noticeable. Yeah, so it's still kind of there, but I think that's just kind of what he's like. We probably won't be able to get it gone, you know. Yeah, but it's like almost flat. So
yeah, and you don't want it flat really, anyways.
No. Yeah, and yeah, but before it was like a skate ramp, you know. Yeah, but the action's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, playing it's not really noticeable.
No.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. You were even recording some tracks with it.
Yes, I was just trying it out last night. I was like, you know what? I have this thing. I have this thing, and I have this thing. Why not put them all together?
I got these ideas.
Yeah, and so I just kind of started jamming it out.
So in Reason, you're kind of learning how to record.
Yeah,
inputs and stuff like that. Is that, and you have like your digital amps or whatever.
Yeah, and just kind of seeing what sounds good, or just trying it out. Really, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, to be honest. No one knows what they're doing with their life. I don't know what I'm doing with Reason.
Yeah, you know? I have no reason to.
Oh, good one. Yeah, that's been fun. Other than that, I've been working on the El Camino, actually. So I've been just doing...
the saga continues.
Yeah, over the weekend, I did some... God, you celebrating?
Yeah. It's episode 105.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, celebrate every episode.
Woo! Smoke weed about it.
So, just upgrading things and rebuilding distributor. You're like, I don't know what that is.
The distribution center, yeah.
Yep, there you go. It distributes electricity, actually, so you're almost there.
Not even close.
Yeah, just kidding. You're wrong.
Wrong. Sorry.
We're secured the, just getting proper gaskets and things ready, and doing a lot of the prep work that is involved with putting things together. And so I'm not doing a complete engine overhaul, but I'm just dressed.
It's time for an overhaul.
Got a new fuel filter on there. Might get a new fuel pump. I don't know. It depends if I'm feeling a little frisky,
or how much money I have in the bank.
Exactly. Well, the thing is these engines are not expensive.
Yeah,
like to work on them is not expensive. You could definitely spend a shitload of money and get like the best things. But if you're just like, I want a car that drives, yeah, you're just gonna get like, all right, here's a $30 part, and my car's back up and running. And it took 10, 15, maybe 2 hours to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 10, 15 months for you to work on it.
Oh yeah, well, there's that too.
It's just been sitting in your driveway.
There's so much room inside the engine bay to work on. Like if I pop open my Vic, I'm like, fuck, what is all this shit in here? If I pop open, I could lay
Take
in there,
nap in there.
Yeah, I mean, not comfortably, but yeah, I could,
and I'd be dead afterwards. But yeah,
yeah. So that's been my experience the past couple of days. What's up with you?
I bought a fuzz pedal.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a new pedal, I should say, a fuzz pedal from Daredevil Pedals.
Oh.
So it was really right after we got done recording that episode. I was like, oh man, I want to.
Bye.
No, I went on Reverb and I was like, oh dude, I want to get one of his pedals, because I'm like, okay, cool, let me just see what's on here. And I saw one for pretty good price.
Yeah.
And your boy, shooters shoot, dude. So I fucking lowballed,
dickered him down.
Yeah. I was like really surprised. I mean,
yeah,
not gonna brag, but I got Northern Creeper Fuzz Daredevil pedals shipped for 90, or not 90, it was originally 90 something. I got it shipped for $75.
Jesus, you're a bastard.
I was like, hell, you fucking yes. And I was just like on a high.
Hell to the yes is what you messaged back to him, right?
And it's so fucking cool. So I mean, and then I messaged Johnny about it, and I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, sick, man. Would you got one of those already? I'm like, yeah, I bought it used. He starts laughing. He's like, well, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you like it.
You're a fucking
but it's
asshole.
I'm like, next time I'll buy it from you.
Yeah.
But it was such a good deal. It was like $75 for a pedal is pretty good, especially from a boutique. Yeah, now I'm selling an asshole. But I was like, fuck. Yeah, your face was, and the words are leaving my mouth, I'm like, you're a fucking prick, is what I'm reverberating back to me. Okay, I dig the pedal a lot. I think we mentioned Johnny mentioned on the episode, which we just, the last one. You already heard it, but it's like he's like a great way to demo his own pedals is through his own band, and so like a lot of that sound you can get out of this pedal.
Nice.
And I'm like, it's a, not to like just read the copy that he has. It's like, it's a big crunchy 70s style fuzz. But it's like, you don't lose like it's fat enough to where it's like has body, but it's not like boomy. Cause to me, sometimes fuzz pedals can get like totally scooped. I'm like, sick. I'm just gone now.
Yeah.
It's just all low end and
erased from existence.
Highs, lows, and too much to where it's like, anyway, so it's like, it's cool. It's a saturated Velcro-y type fuzz if you crank the knob all the way, like the gain knob. So it's just two knobs.
Yeah.
Gain, volume, or the sustain knob, and volume. I'm like, that's like he said so many times, just keep it pretty simple. And I'm like, I love that. And then like I can crank it to where it gets super sputtery and Velcro-y and shit like that. And yeah, it's so fucking sick. Other things that he says, it's like it still can hold its own in a band mix. So I think I'm gonna try and squeeze this on the board and then make a setting in my fractal to where I just switch my amp to clean and try it that way, because I'm kind of taking a page from his book and just running the amp clean, like almost no
as clean as those oranges can be.
Yeah, I mean the 80-15 gets pretty clean.
Yeah,
and I'll just have to like crank the master volume a lot on it. But yeah, and just kind of running that. It sounds so sick. I was just like, just single note riffs and just kind of jamming out on it. And it's like, if you put a different mindset instead of like trying to write a pop punk song, but making like a rock and roll kind of like song.
Yeah.
Something it would be kind of cool to write with. I don't know. I'm super excited about it. And yeah.
Are you on another fuzz journey?
No, yeah. I don't know. Wasn't really.
Are you on a fuzz about? You on a fuzz about?
Fuzz about.
You gotta say it like that.
Dude,
makes sense that way.
I was like, I've been like telling a lot of people this shit is so fucking sick.
Dude, this shit is lit.
No, yeah, I was telling Will Lehue, he's a fuzz guy, and I was like, dude, I'm kind of like getting an idea for fuzz, and so I told him about Daredevil and stuff like that, and I told him about his band, The Evictions, and I sent him the Spotify link. And you know how a lot of times you send people Spotify links, they're probably not going to listen to that. Yeah. And he got back to me today. He's like, dude, what the fuck? I've been listening to the shit. This album is my shit, dude. He's like, this is what I want. It's like, it's like, Social D mixed with like fuzz rock bands and shit like that. Yeah. It's just fucking tight. He's like, this is what I want. And I'm like, dude, this pedal sounds like that. And he's like, fuck, I kind of want to buy it. I'm like, if you
hit up, bud.
Yeah, hit up Johnny. You should buy it from him. Because I sure didn't. But anyways, I'm super stoked on it. I've been like fucking around with that a lot this week. It was a great, buy a steal, I would say.
Yeah,
I know it's a dickhead thing to do, and we talked to Alex about it. But I know everybody has their different opinions. But I think getting introduced to the company, if it is through a used thing, it's just like. That's how I bought my first copper sound too. We already talked about it. Fuck, I'm just rehashing old shit, even though it's new. But I just got that pedal in, and I've been fucking with it for days. I love it. I've been trying it with like my Jazz Master. I have your Partioria Meteora with the P90 in it, so that sounds great. It sounds great with humbuckers. Stuff. It's cool. I'm super stoked on it. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe like write something with it that we could use it in the band. But other than that, I put out another video on the.
Oh, thank God! The world waits.
Yeah, I know.
For the next one,
dickhead.
The world holds its breath. Yeah,
this time I'm still figuring out the whole video thing, and I always talking about I don't want to do a demo. I did a playthrough demo. It is a demo, I guess, of the 1981 Inventions DRV, but I wanted to make it as interesting as I could.
Can we have an episode where we don't talk about that? Maybe next one.
You love to shit on it. I think we're the yin to the yang. It's okay. It's not. It doesn't.
Well, I have to have a firsthand. I'm still in shit camp.
It's fucking $250, dude. That's fucking a lot of money.
Oh, what? Really? I want to spend money.
I love spending $250 on a distortion.
Yeah.
It sounds fine, and I talk about it in the video anyway. So it's like. Check out the video. It's on our YouTube, which if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be cool. Because if we get 100 subscribers, we can get a custom URL to be like youtube.com/TheToneJerks. Please don't take that if you have more. But I think we only have like 50 or whatever. Anyway, not just my begging. It's cool. So far, I've gotten good feedback. You saw it. What'd you think? Is it better than the last one?
No, it's cool. Yeah, it's good.
Just any difference with the lights?
Yeah, you weren't as washed out.
Yeah. And then
you look actually how you look, your skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks good.
And then so it's cool. I'm definitely working at it and getting used to being on camera because, dude, everything is there. You can't like audio wise, we can like kind of hide things.
Yeah,
and I'm like there, you can't cut shit out. I can't do that in front of a camera with talking because I want to be in front of the camera. I don't want to just do. Like, no spoke, don't speak anything, don't have a personality at all, just show the pedal. Like, that's why we have a fucking podcast. I want to show my personality. I'm like, I like talking. Anyway, I'm just get off my high horse here.
You do. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So far, I've had a better response with the second video because people are like, oh, we get that you're working at it and stuff like that. So, especially from Sean Wright from Lollygagger. I love it that he just gives me his honest feedback. And he tells you like it is.
And you didn't even ask. But he's there for you.
Well, because he knows I'm waiting for it. So I'm like, exactly. I bought these lights because you told me to buy lights. yeah, it's cool. So definitely a lot of like positive reinforcement there. And so I would want to get a video with you because I don't want people to think that like, oh, Brian's not just doing videos on his own. You could totally
breaking up the band.
Yeah, you could totally do it. Anyway, I'm
probably do it better than you too.
Editing is a fucking bitch on iMovie. I'm doing it with just iMovie on, the Mac.
Yeah.
iOS, because I haven't wanted to buy that. So I did like this little segment where I played through the pedal like in a full band mix, and I did like 2 different shots where I did me playing the lead and then me playing the rhythm, and I just by luck got it to line up because I had to like splice it in the middle. It's like iMovie is so dumbed down. You move things in blocks and you put it in here, and you can only do one block at a time through the stream of the thing, which makes sense because I'm like, you only see this. You can't do like 2 things and then blend
it's very
it.
Visual translation.
It's like, wooden blocks versus like Tinker Toys.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you want to do some things with 3D wise with Tinker Toys. Anyway, bad analogy.
I had to like...
That's your thought process.
Ow.
Shit.
Oh, I get it. No, I don't.
Morning blowout, dude. Fuck. Anyway, like I'm gonna keep on working with iMovie because I'm like, I don't want to buy any software. It's gonna be like a couple $100. I'm like, fuck, dude. I've already bought lights and
Well, then you have like
a microphone and stands,
subscriptions.
And shit.
A lot of them are subscription now.
I hate that. I do not want. I like Adobe's that way.
Yeah.
Like, no. I see like a lot of like YouTubers who like do like the tutorials. Oh, I use a Premiere or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking pay monthly, dude. I'm not about it.
Yeah.
Fucking shitty. But you're doing a lot of videos. I mean, is the software that you're using is free, right?
It's free.
And are you having a lot of limitations with that?
Well, like certain things happen and I don't know why. Like
I keep getting copyright restrictions.
That has nothing to do with it.
No, it has nothing to do with it. You fucking punch your kid. You just fucking tee off on your fucking computer. Just fucking.
No, I've had issues with like some of the video.
See what you made me do.
Some of the video, like it's not compatible, or like it doesn't tell me why. It just says like something's wrong. I'm like, cool, thank you.
Fuck. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Let me. And I've done it where I've erased it and re-downloaded it, and it works. And
what the fuck?
And then I'll go to render, and then it'll say, oh, this other thing's wrong, or it'll render the whole video and the last clip. Oh, it doesn't work. All right, cool. Let me delete that last clip. The whole video again, and then the last one. I'm like, what is going on here? And it won't tell me what's wrong. So I'm like, scrap it.
Just fucking dump this whole whole fucking thing.
Because I'm not making any of this video, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But I've been stealing like some anime clips.
Yeah.
Just I'm like, all right, some futuristic weird shit going on, robots fighting.
Like Evangelion and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm like,
that's hot right now.
Yeah.
People like that.
They're super visually like stunning, a lot of the things. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to steal those.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right. It's like rendering. Dink. I'm like,
this is mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I made this. I take it. I made this.
Intellectual property.
See. It's in the public domain, dude. They're in GIFs.
Yeah.
I mean, they already exist as a GIF. Whatever. We'll see. I know YouTube's a bitch. We'll see. If they can spot a song that's like...
Give it for me. That's what GIF stand for.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I tried to do one the other day, and I went to revisit it, and I revised like all the video, and it's still doing it. I'm like, God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe they just know.
We know what you're trying to do with this fucking thing,
yeah.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Netflix paid him a lot of money for that fucking license. And you're just gonna rip it off for your YouTube.
My shitty, yeah.
Nah, dude, it's fucking hot.
We'll see. Maybe I'll dumb it down like where it's only one clip and see what's going on.
Video's fucking fire. Anyway, I mean, I don't have that. I haven't had like problems where like, I'm using video, so it's not anything like that. I'm not saving GIFs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've been taking GIFs, and I'm like, all right, those are working perfectly fine.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, oh, like to me, I'm like, okay, I'm just using my video.
So it's MOV files or what?
Yeah, from my phone.
QuickTime files.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah. And then it's I can just dump
See,
them.
I know what's going on.
Dump them in there, and I can manipulate them. And then I usually am laying over an audio file, like when I did the playthrough.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not one guitar that's playing drums, bass, and rhythm guitar, lead guitar. No, it's like I'm playing. I recorded the song and then play that over it.
Don't give away all your secrets. Jeez.
And I can line up the waveforms with the the camera audio with that kind of boring stuff. And I even did that where I like my speaking portions. I took even though I have that little Rode video mic thing.
Yeah.
I kind of cleaned it up, which I think is really cool, which I never thought about. And I see it every single fucking time I edit the podcast. You can import video into Pro Tools.
Uh-huh.
And I, kind of talked about kind of talked about limitations in iMovie or whatever for audio.
Yeah.
You can actually import the video and audio of something.
Uh-huh.
And then you can like watch a playback of it, and then I can edit the whole audio with my plugins in Pro Tools.
But will it produce a finished product at the end?
No, I can bounce down the audio and just like if I make that the same size as the video track, then I can just dump that in, lines up right away, and I can just trim it in iMovie. I'm sure people who do this for a living are like, dude, you're doing so many workarounds to do this. Yeah. But I'm like, this is what I'm figuring it out, with my knowledge. I'm very comfortable in Pro Tools. I'm not comfortable doing video editing.
Yeah, because I follow Avid on my my retrowave account on Instagram.
Yeah,
and they always post about like some big movie studio is using Avid to master whatever movie's coming out next month. Oh, Star Wars, whatever is mastered with whatever. I'm like, but now I get it. Okay, because you can put the video in there and then line it up and then
line it up and with the finished audio.
Your engineer can then send it off to after it's mastered and stuff to the final.
Yeah. So I'm getting better like audio quality and but my video quality is just kind of just like iMovie. So I'm like,
it's fine.
It's fine for now. I think it's fine. There's other things I want to do. I got a little ambitious with this one, and I was just lucky that it lined up to where my changing of the performance was like okay.
All right, well, we got to do something then. I'll bring the grabber, dude.
Yeah, I want to get you on to do a video. So I, saying that I'm like, oh, it's straight away. It was a demo, but it was mainly because we had borrowed that DRV from Steve. I'm sure we should give it back to him soon.
Oh, when he asked for it.
But I was like, let's see if it. Now I know we always shit on the DRV. But it's fine. It's a good sounding pedal. And I think we've talked about it. It's just so fucking expensive for what it is. The hype around it is just bang.
Yeah.
And then you play it and you're like, cool, it sounds fine. And then the video, it sounds good. And you're like, $250. Whew. This ain't it, Chief.
Somebody stop me.
Somebody. Yeah, we'll figure out something to do a video with you on. Like, I definitely some bass stuff. And anyway, we're just we should probably talk about this off air. Let's get into a topic. What do you think?
No, it's interesting.
Yeah. let's get into a topic.
All right.
Okay, so this one was sent to us on Instagram by Three Sons.
Three Sons.
Yeah. So he says this. At band practice tonight, one member didn't show. How do you handle practice if one person doesn't show?
You go find that guy.
Do you play the songs like you would live, or do you tend to veer off and try to improvise, otherwise standard parts? I think he's got a couple other ones, but let's do that one first.
All right.
So
it's with us. It's 3-piece.
It's 3-piece.
It's usually me who doesn't make it.
Yeah.
So Brian, this is all you. No,
we very rarely play with if one person doesn't show.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the other person for sure. If it's like, oh, hey, dude, I'm going to be like half an hour late. Cool. there's like a brewery right next to the studio. So we're like, all right, cool.
We'll make do.
Yeah, we're just gonna a couple cold foamers, couple
really?
cold ones, gonna crack them.
Bummer.
Is there any problem with that? We're no big deal, dude. Take your time. Do a lap.
Got some cold daddies.
So, yeah. No, we've done it in the past before. It's like some people just don't show up. Or I guess a better example is when we were in between drummers.
Yeah.
You and I still made sure to practice.
Yeah.
We played through, with our, instruments and the full pedal board that I had and through a PA vocal singing. Because there's something totally different about singing through a mic and a PA and having to know your mic control and how close you are and then like singing back and stuff like that. You have to practice that. You have to get used to it because there's some people who are like, "Oh, I'm a really great singer." You put them on a mic, they don't even know what the fuck to do. Or like they're
crowd it,
or they like have the mic just super like really far away because they're singing like this. They're like now they're all up on it, and then maybe they sing like this sometimes. It's like you have to know your. I guess those are
like
extreme.
Tom DeLonge.
Extreme, yeah, extreme.
Don't like this.
Those are extreme examples, but I don't know. I feel like you have to know, and you have to get used to it, and then to know if you're trying something good and do your backgrounds and stuff like that. So we made a point when we were in between drummers of practicing maybe once a week or every other week. We still played, which I'm like, we should totally do that if we, whatever. Yeah. Now that we have a drummer, we'll go over like 3-4 weeks with that practice.
Yeah, we probably should.
Oh, shit. Damn, dude.
Well, sometimes we're like, you want to go podcast?
Yeah. We're like,
you want to catch a flick?
Yeah,
no.
We're like, at least we're trying to do something productive. Yeah. With the podcast. No, Jesus. It's sounding bad here. So what we did was, like we were saying, we were playing through that, but we played to like an iPod with MIDI drum tracks. With Easy Drummer.
Easy Drummer
1, so it sounded shittier, but it was fine because it was like obviously a perfect fucking drum take.
Yeah.
And we played to it like the song. So we had like, an 8 count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like whatever it was. It's like we had that going, or for our intro was that part. We like knew, and we just went through the whole fucking set. So we had like 20 something songs that we played through, just you and I. We should probably do that.
Yeah.
But we just kept going. And the thing is, like, once we started playing with Brian, we didn't miss a beat. I know that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke, but it could be if you want. Well, if that's your style, it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? We just kept going. We weren't rusty at all.
Yeah.
And I know it may be because we're like, okay, we had only not played with a drummer for 2 months, 3 months maybe. And then we started, playing with him. So it wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah.
But I know that was something that I felt it was super beneficial, and it helped keep our chops up. I don't know. Was that dumb?
No.
Remember we were just playing like, just, yeah. It was just the PA. And
we played what we wanted to play live. So we didn't try and, I mean, obviously it's different with a drummer, but like if there was, let's say we had another guitarist, I think we would still try and keep it what we wanted to play live.
Exactly. So yeah, if you had
like, here's the lead part, I'm gonna try and do lead and the rhythm. Like, no,
just do your thing.
Do your rhythm part.
And we've okay, this is not an example for playing without a pilot, but other bands I've played in, we've done it before. Okay, so with Just In Case, before the guitar player moved back, when I started playing bass for that band, it was the guitar player lived in Texas. They were doing their album release, and then another friend who, was involved with the band, or not, he wasn't in the band or whatever. He like helped like put out their album, stuff like that, and produce it. Roland, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to play second guitar. This is what we want to do for their, first CD release show, It was really cool. It was like at a, a great venue in San Diego, but leading up to it, it's like, okay, work had to be done. One, you had to relearn all the songs they recorded.
Yeah.
And then 2, they had to get a guitar player to learn all the songs and play lead guitar to those songs. And then they had to teach me, the bass player, how to play the songs. I've never played any of them. And so Adam had recorded a bunch of videos on his phone of like tutorials of playthroughs of the songs of the set, and emailed them to me. So cool, I got all those. And then he gave me some like chord sheets and stuff like that. So anyway, so I was practicing on my own, and then we got together, the three of us, so minus the guitarist and singer, because he was still in Texas at the time, we're learning the sets. We were playing whatever our parts were going to be live. We just pretended, oh, there's the rhythm, here's a vocal, and nobody sang during his parts. We just knew what the cues were. Because if you had to mimic that and fake it, you'd be like, cool, I'm not going to end up landing my own parts and remembering that. And so we just kept going. And so we practiced for couple weeks at least, just the three of us, so Brian, Roland, and myself. And then when Adam, the singer and guitar player, came, he kind of just fit in, and we jammed out like a weekend of practices, and then we played the show. And it was great. It sounded cool. And then when I've played bass for Chantally's band, the singer was there sometimes.
That's nice of you to say that.
He lived the furthest away, so I understand that. But it's like, okay, he was there the fucking least. I'll lay it out there. So I would practice with. So it was a 5-piece band. So a lead singer, and lead singer didn't show up all the time. Weird. He didn't play an instrument, so he just sang. And then there was two guitars, drums, and bass, which was myself. And then the four of us just played. We just kind of like, okay, we knew how the songs went, and we didn't rely on vocal cues. We only focused on music. And so like, okay, it was cool because I really locked into what the guitars were doing and the drums. And I didn't have to rely on the vocalist, because sometimes, and you know it, you can't hear the vocalist when you're playing. True. And even just being a non-singer, you're kind of like at that point, I was just in front of my amp. So, all right, cool. All I can hear is kind of me, and I can kind of hear some of the guitars. Vocals I can't hear, so I can't rely on any of those cues. So you can listen to the EP or the album that you get sent that you're trying to learn. Yeah. And if you rely only on vocal cues, you're kind of fucked. Because you're like, what if they miss a line? What if they don't sing it? What if they're not there?
What if you can't hear it? I mean, obviously.
Exactly. So I think you're totally right. I think you would only want to rely on, or only want to like default to playing your parts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can improvise and jam for fun, but if you're trying to like get down, like make it a productive band practice, because that's a big difference too between.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes we're productive and sometimes we're just having fun.
And there's nothing wrong with just having fun, because obviously that's the whole reason why you're playing music. But it's like sometimes you'll get to band practice and you're like, oh fuck, we didn't do anything.
We played 3 songs. Fuck.
Oh shit, dude, we've been here for an hour. Or we're just hanging out or jamming new stuff. Yeah. And that's part, I don't know. It's a lot of fun, because obviously like what we were trying to do before of playing to like an iPod of like, MIDI drum tracks, you couldn't jam with that at all.
Yeah.
You had an 8 count to get ready and play. That's it. And then on to the next track. 8 count, get ready for the next time. There's no room to jam. There's no room to fuck up. So it's almost like those people who play to like click and MIDI tracks, not, or backing tracks. Not that the backing tracks are playing their guitar parts and they're mimicking. Yeah. But it's like they're playing to the backing tracks. You have no room to fuck up. You can't, oh, did we go a little bit longer on that part? Oh, did I not sing the verse? Let's make that an intro to the verse.
The track isn't going to just fuck.
Change
it's not going to
you.
Skip.
Change. It's not going to Milli Vanilli.
Walk, man.
But no, we've done that before, because we were all looking at each other. I'm like, he didn't sing. I'm like, does he want us to keep going? And he's like, no, I'm going to sing the verse. And we all look at each other like, oh,
good thing.
He's singing the verse now. Let's play it like how, okay, we're all on track here. We all look, yep, we're correct. And that's kind of cool, like feeling the vibe. So like at band practice, and making it productive in a way that you're, I don't know, even just jamming is, I don't know, kind of fun for us, because I'm like, I don't know, we just get used to playing to each other, and like the exercise of me sometimes like you bringing a song and me trying to come up with throw ideas at it.
You trying to wrap your head around it. You know?
Yeah. Or even there's parts like I'll throw any idea that I've been working on at the song and we really try to make it work and try this. I'm like, and sometimes it just doesn't. So we're like, cool. We worked, 15, 20 minutes on coming out with different ideas and throwing these things back and forth. And if we throw it away, I'm totally fine with that because it's like we're working together. So when we do hit the right thing, we know how to, one, take criticism, take, an idea and run with it, take something, that, might be, undeveloped or underdeveloped and then like kind of make it into a full song. And just like, it's a great exercise to do. So I don't think like the noodling around and fucking around at band practice is bad. Unless you were a fucking jamming the whole fucking time and never doing anything, then I would be pissed. If we were like, oh, we came to band practice, I don't know if I'd be pissed. But if we were like, okay, before a show, we never even tried to play a song and we just did an hour and a half of just jamming stuff. I'm like, this isn't it. We're not supposed to be doing this. This is all wrong.
This is a music theory.
Yeah. Like we just didn't come up with anything. If we know that we have band practice for a show, there's also different types of band practices too.
There's the kind where you drink a lot.
Yeah. And you fall over. or the ones, where it's we're playing just to get back, just to stay fresh. If you're playing to like, let's get a set down. I know Brian, our drummer, is really good about like, we got to get a set down, guys, and we got to do it. And so we at least like kind of have it a good idea of how it's gonna sound, and we like flow. And I don't know. Do you take also from the last episode? Have you even looked at your pedal board yet?
Excuse me.
The one that fucked up. Do you even know what wrong? You're so done.
When
with
there's
it.
a show on the books, I will
look at it then at sound check.
No, I haven't. I've been just.
Oh, you're such a dickhead.
It's just bad memories, man.
It's bad
juju.
Bad juju. Oh fuck, that's pretty good. I knew you didn't fucking look at it, but I'm like, okay. So those practices could be used for, I don't know, getting through.
That's true.
And
dialing in shit
instead of like the day of, we're gonna do this today. Which
I brought to every practice.
And you left it at every practice.
Hell yeah.
If there's a troubleshooting to be done, we're gonna do it right before next practice.
I got better things to do, like fuck up on stage.
That is a good practice to keep you hot on your toes. Are you good at improv? Dude, I've been watching Whose Lines It Everywhere anyway.
That is such a fake show. I hate that show.
As a kid, I thought it was. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was so real. I was like, man,
so fake.
I was like 8, 10 years old or something like that. I'm like, dude, this is, man.
These guys are good.
They're so amazing.
And it's not even that. A lot of that stuff isn't even funny.
No. When you're like 10 years old, you think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. A lot of people still think that shit's funny. Anyways,
some people
we just insulted a bunch of people. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, there's different strokes for different folks. I don't know.
Drew Carey is fucking God.
Drew Carey, you son of a bitch. He's natural treasure. Nick Cage is gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, he had another couple questions, but I think let's hit up one more, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
We'll save those for another.
Yeah,
another rainy day.
Another day.
Did rain today.
Did rain today. Jesus.
Like anyone even knows.
Shitty like weather joke that's super regional for us.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
And it's a recorded podcast.
Yeah.
And we didn't even mention it before that it was raining.
It's not raining now.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. We are
stupid.
Crushing it, man. We're fucking putting a hurting on this cast. Fucking better watch out, man. Better fucking watch out, you
Get
boys.
On this fucking mic.
Step up on this mic, you bitch. So Three Sons also asks, how do we warm up? So at practice. So like, I think like, yeah, to get into band practice, what do we usually do?
Well, like driving to, I usually start singing something, warm up my vocals.
Yeah. I used to. It depends on what it is. Sometimes I cram.
Whatever you do,
it kind of sounds like a bird. Pigeon. Yeah. My head bob.
Yeah. So you get that tremolo sound.
I don't think I'm doing it correctly, but I like it.
No, you sound like a fucking bird. Fucking run you over.
That's my last word. Anyway,
yeah, just some vocal warm ups. I just sing on the way, like
I warm up more for a show, not band practice.
Yeah, I do a little bit. I don't not like.
I usually make sure my
not doing any Bon Jovi.
John Joni Boney.
Whoa!
Couldn't get that out. I usually do. I try and show up before practice.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be like the last one to show up, but I always want to set up my stuff before and make sure it works before practice.
Stop it, Jesus!
No, it's just
Christ.
I'm looking towards you because you're the only person here. But I'm like, I make sure it works before we start playing. And I'm like, everything's hooked up, the amp's on, cool, making noise. Because I'm like, if something went wrong, I'm gonna like, all right, changing the way we're playing today.
Yeah.
I do keep a spare pedal board at the practice studio. I have enough.
Gotta drag this one out.
I have enough pedals that I keep a spare board at the practice studio and a spare amp. Like the practice where my amp blew out. I'm like, fuck, dude. I guess I gotta switch to the other orange.
Fuck. I also stretch. Like I do like a hand stretch, like finger, like definitely stretch the forearm.
Yeah.
Like ligaments and muscles and stuff, just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't really do, I guess, anything other than that. I mean,
I love having a fresh pick for practice.
Yeah.
I get a fresh one, and I destroy that bitch by the end of it.
Little prep work, little hacker tip here. Life hack here.
Yeah.
Take a pick, rub it on the carpet.
Make stew out of it.
Yeah. I know I'm saying it just like Carl Weathers. Take it home, make a stew out of it. You take, let's say it's dull, like you need a little finer tip, sharpen it up on carpet.
Yeah.
So you just rub it, and it basically, it gets hot and it melts like the plastic off and sharpens it. So
yeah, and that works mainly for the Dunlop Tortex.
Yeah,
it doesn't work for Ultex as much.
No,
really at all.
No, I don't think so. It's polycarbonate.
Definitely not.
You'd really have to get it like 1,000 degrees.
Yeah, definitely not gravity picks either.
Yeah,
or the stone picks.
Start wearing a hole through the carpet and you're on concrete. One of those nylon ones, you just leave a red mark on the carpet.
Yeah, you're like, shit.
Wipes off. You ever remember using those? Like people would get you, like your parents or someone, or you get them, or you'd find them at a friend's house.
Okay,
those
what
nylon.
Are your favorite picks? Is this kind of what you're going on? Is it nylons?
Nylons. Those ones are horrible.
Yeah.
At least like the one I remember them being printed with nylon, or maybe it's not nylon, because nylon. I'm thinking it's those ones. It's like the Fender red picks, the really cheap ones. And they like leave a red mark on your white pick guard.
God, that's cheap.
I don't think they're nylon. No, I think
Fender picks all suck dick. None of them are good.
Yeah.
Why buy those?
Yeah.
Whether the celluloid or whatever.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Celluloid.
Celluloid. Man, people are gonna get me for that one. Cellular device by the pick company. Anyways.
No, yeah, I think it's celluloid. I think you're right.
They smell like shit when they start wearing, and then also, actually, I kind of like the way they smell. I take that back. I'm not even gonna. I'm trying stunting out here, but no, I kind of like the way they smell.
Yeah.
You ever light them on fire?
No.
They fucking burn red. It's fucking like they start. It's pretty tight.
Maybe that's what they're best at.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. No. They snap.
Yeah.
And like half. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
They're horrible.
Yeah.
They're like the free picks that you get.
Yeah.
They're made out of like, used something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Byproduct of plastic. It's
I don't know. Yeah, those are definitely
they're almost like lipstick.
Definitely, it's like
They leave a mark.
They leave totally.
I remember
the red ones. It was always your pick guard.
Yeah, I think I remember even on the Telecaster I used to have back in 2004.
Yeah,
had a red mark on it from a pick guard
like,
or from one of those shitty celluloids.
You're like, fucking
like, God
asshole.
Damn it! Who played that with the fucking shitty?
Somebody, yeah.
And I think that's why I moved to like the Clayton picks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these don't leave a mark.
Yep.
Might as well. And then my brother's name. Actually, that's the main reason.
You're like,
and
no,
they didn't
that's
leave
that's my brother's name is Clayton.
My brother's name.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I definitely like those Ultex. Yeah. By Dunlop.
Yeah.
With the rhinoceros on it instead of a turtle. Those are the jams, but yeah, you cannot chirp in those.
Did you say Durex? What was it? Durex? Ultex. Okay.
Durex is a condom. Kyle, you're like, what are those?
What?
Those are for sailors. Not anymore. Well, they should. They go from port to port.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. We're doing Austin Powers. You can tell it's a fucking hot cat now. Oh, shit.
I don't have like a ranking system for... I just know that I don't like some of the gravity picks, like those ones, because they're super slippery in my fingers.
Yeah.
I have really dry skin, which would... I don't know. Maybe
I'm like a gecko, dude.
Yeah, I know. You have like a little bit of moisture on your fingers and they hold it. I actually have to lick my fingers during... I have to lick my lips, too. I look at those pics, I'm like... No, I usually have to if it's slipping.
Yeah.
I
slip and slide.
I gotta just do
it's
a little
fucking slip and slide.
Do a little dab. Dab will do you, and you can. Yeah. I can grab them a lot easier.
Dabbing on this.
So don't shake my hand after show.
Oh, you can. Whatever.
I mean, whatever. If you want that,
it's your thing.
Tread lightly.
Get somebody else to lick your fingers for you.
Yeah, just someone with their tongue out the whole time. He's like, wait. Just slap my fingers down.
That, and then you take a couple envelopes and seal them.
Some stamps and just like slap their tongue. Boom. Stupid. Man, how did we get there?
I don't know. We're just getting too silly. All right.
Anyways.
Okay.
We're serious now.
So I'm going to move on to the next topic.
Okay.
We think we're done with that?
Yeah.
Practices, tight. You guys should do them. Try not to skip them like we do if somebody doesn't show up. Or if they're unavailable. Anyway, so next topic here, I wanted to, okay. The reason I set it up here, you have heard us talk about them. You guys are probably fucking, we understand this.
You probably already know who we're going to mention.
Yep. Yep. One of Kyle and I's favorite bands, the Flatliners, are doing a tour of their album. So, bands do that a lot where they play the whole album front to back. They're doing our favorite album from them, Cavalcade. Yes. So it's 10 years since it was released.
Dang.
They're doing the full album. They're playing it live. And they're doing a tour of the whole thing. And I saw that on Instagram. I was so fucking stoked. They're coming to San Diego. Yes. This is it. Stoked. So, I'm stoked for that. So it got me thinking of this is not a new thing, but I'm a lot of bands play their full album.
Yeah.
They do a tour on that. It's not just the release of an album, and then they tour off of that. But they're doing the whole, we're going to almost get the whole original crew back together for that. We're going to play this front to back from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20-year anniversary of this album, whatever. I know Green Day was doing that where they played Dookie after the 25 year or something like that. Or they played the whole
50
thing.
50 years or something.
Something like that. And Blink did the self-titled before they, gave Tom DeLonge the boot. And, it's big in the emo pop punk world because it's a lot of people are trying to, I'm totally fucking cashing in because they're like, fuck, dude, let's be relevant for...
Yeah, for a couple months.
Yeah, for a month. Let's do a tour. And people will go because they love that album. It's usually a big one, for the band. So that's kind of the topic. Let's talk about ones that we've seen before and maybe ones that we would like to see. So do you have any that you've seen before? Because isn't that one of the festival shows that you went to? Wasn't it bands were playing that album, or am I mistaken?
I think you might be mistaken.
Okay.
Which one are you referring to?
I thought you didn't see Jimmy Eat World, didn't they play? Or am I
they did. They played they did Futures.
Yeah. It's just an album that you didn't
I mean,
about.
Futures was one of the albums that kind of got me into. I mean, which is stupid. I mean, people were like, "What?"
Is that way after the fact?
Yeah, but it was like, I think once I listened to Jimmy Eat World, I kind of started grasping more at Bleed American and some of their other ones.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was good. I mean, I think I mentioned before though, they were so boring.
They sounded good, but
they sounded really good. Yeah, but I'm like, cool. I can listen to that, on the record.
I got Spotify, baby,
and it's not 120 degrees.
I have Spotify
in my car.
Premium. It comes with Hulu, man. You're like, we're fucking live band performing. So, I got Seinfeld on here with commercials, limited though. I can watch Rick and Morty on my phone with Hulu. Okay, we're fucking done with you.
What about you? Have you seen any?
Yeah, I made a trek out to Los Angeles with a couple buddies to go see the Loved Ones do "Keep Your Heart," my favorite album from them. So they kind of got back together, and then they also played their best album front to back at Troubadour in L.A. So
for a cool venue too.
Yeah, I dug it. It's definitely like the state. It's set up almost like a mini theater, but it's super small. Yeah, it's like 200 capacity, maybe.
Weird.
A club kind of deal. There's a couple bars. There's a couple like areas you can hang out, almost up by the stage. It's cool. It's fun. It's definitely would go there again. And yeah, it was like just to see a band that I really dig, and they sounded killer. It was an album I like. When you see a band and all the songs that they play, I don't know, it was a lot of fun. So I totally dug that, not only because they got back together and then they played that.
Yeah, but they played all the songs that you like.
My favorite album. And then saw the Get Up Kids. So it was really the only time I've seen them, but they played my favorite album. I didn't happen to know that it was the tour. I just saw they were coming to San Diego. Saw them at a new venue in San Diego. So I was like, oh, cool, new venue. And to see the Get Up Kids, I've never seen them before. They played Something to Write Home About.
All right.
And Brian, our drummer, went there and saw the same show, and it was fun. And I was like, man, and it's like the same deal. When you get to see a band that all the songs, you're like, hell yeah. There's nothing wrong with them playing something new or something that you're not unfamiliar with, but it's like you almost feel like this show is for me. kind of thing. And it's like your favorite album, and you get to see that live. To me, I make that dumb connection.
I think almost like when a band is touring on an album, it's almost like they're playing it in its entirety. I think
similar, yeah.
So when they throw in a couple of their original
bangers, yeah.
But I think so. I've probably seen more than what I've. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, almost every.
Yeah, I guess when they're touring on an album.
Yeah, but it's not. I guess it's not consecutive every song.
I'm thinking of definitely the album tour.
Yeah,
but okay. What about some that you would want to see live? So I'm excited for Cavalcade. Like I was saying, for all the reasons, because I'm like almost like this is my favorite album, a great band that I love.
Yeah,
in my city, I'm super stoked, and I'm like it's almost like a show for me, and 700 other people.
Yeah. I'd probably like to see Rancid do Indestructible. It's
that's definitely
it was like it came out in 2003, right? It was some poppier songs, but like some damn good.
So fucking good.
And there's so many songs.
It's an underrated album. 19 songs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember.
Did you just know that off the top of your head?
I love that song, that album.
Okay.
That was one of my favorites. It's like right next to And Out Come the Wolves.
Okay.
I know everybody likes that one. And I think they did a tour, obviously, of that one. Like a 25-year anniversary or whatever the hell it was of that album.
Dang.
But Indestructible, I don't know why people didn't like it so much. Maybe because it was more poppy. That was when they started getting on like MTV.
Yeah, they started doing music videos.
And stuff like that. And they started getting play. But they were still on an independent, on his own label.
Yeah.
I remember kids in high school saying, oh, they're fucking sellouts. I'm like, dude, I like the album because it sounds raw. And it's just like people say, oh, it sounds like it's lower, or volume. I'm like, yeah, it's probably just mastered lower. And I was even at that age saying, yeah, it's just mastered lower. Just turn the volume up. It's like, no, they fucking cheaped out, dude. That's what happens. They just fucking They're sellouts. They don't care about the product anymore. I'm like, just turn it up a notch or two. And I was just like trying to defend it. Like, nope, it's not as good.
Roll the knob on your Walkman.
It's not as good as that. Now come the wolves, man. And these kids, I'm like, all right, fine. I'll listen to it then. I still dug it. That was a good.
And when you're a kid, you're still like, more for me.
No, that was a good. I think the reason why I'm pretty fucking sure it was 19 songs. Now, if people fact check, but I'm like, it was a good gym jam for me. I was always like running to that and crunching it to that album. That was like always the one that got me pumped for some reason. It's not even like those songs are like super high whatever energy like compared to some of their earlier stuff. But I'm like, I loved it. Super fun. That's a great one. Damn.
What do you got?
Let's see. I want to see Social D.
All right.
Somewhere between Heaven and Hell.
Okay.
That's probably like kind of like their like 90s kind of stuff. It's definitely like rock and roll. Like they kind of got a little bit further away from their punk kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it was still a punk rock album, but I want to say that's kind of when they got more into like their rock and roll stuff. And like, man, I believe they've done a tour on that, and obviously just never saw it. So I guess I would say I would like to go back in time to see that one.
I would like to see Anti-Flag do For Blood and Empire.
Yeah,
that's another like super poppy record. I mean, if you think Anti-Flag's poppy, but I don't know.
Yeah, that was one that
I think every song on that record is good.
It's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
There's one band that you introduced me to. We talked about The Matches.
Uh-huh.
They do a Decomposer. I think they've done a live version of that.
They did.
They have a live album on iTunes or on Spotify and stuff like that.
I think they came down to LA and it like sold out like
right
immediately because I think they didn't want to have too many like and not pack the place, and so it was like a small club like in Echo Park, and they like packed it.
Yeah, totally different kind of band. It's like they had like a lot of uses of like dance stuff mixed with like, it's not like but not like dancey kind of like 4 on the floor kind of deal. Yeah. It's like definitely like, I don't know, the way that they manipulated their instruments, which they're still super raw sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy did like these vocal techniques
that weird
are live.
Yeah.
And they're like his actual voice. So it's like, it sounds like it should be like a sample that gets like, like tripled and like feedback on itself, but he did it live. It's like, like just like trills and stuff like that with his like, I can't even replicate it. It's like he did it live too. I'm like, what the fuck? And they matched it with guitars sometimes. Like he did like a vibrato mixing with his. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. They're a great band. I would love to see them. I would love to see them, or at least I want to see that album.
It's funny that you mentioned that one, and I that should be something I mentioned.
Yeah, it was one that and I think I mentioned it because it was an actual live album.
Yeah,
and they did it so well.
Killed
and
it.
I would love to see that.
I've probably mentioned before, but Sum 41, Screaming Bloody Murder.
Yeah,
it's a more recent
one, so I don't.
But man, it's so good.
Well, we saw them when they toured that one, so we saw a lot of like those tracks.
I think that's why it's in my head. Is like it was so good.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, but that I love listening on a lot of these records. I like listening from start to finish. I know that you like to shuffle things. I don't shuffle.
Yeah, you listen to a whole album, you commit to the bit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to listen to the whole yeah, that's the difference between...
What's the difference between you and me?
Yep, that's the only thing that's different. We're exactly the same besides that. I just can't, no, like, I'll totally be into it, but once I, like, you got the ideas of, like, oh, you got, like, iPods, you got fucking Spotify, dude, that once that, like, came, it flipped the lid. Like, you don't even have to listen to a whole album anymore, which is fucking terrible, But one that I'm like, okay, a little out there, and I doubt I could ever afford a show from them is The Police. I want to see their first one, Outlandos d'Amor.
I almost put that on my little list here.
I'm probably not even saying that correct. Outlandos d'Amor. Either way, the first one. It's like all those
Lando Calrissian. What'd you say?
Yeah, they do. I would want them to play it like And that sounds like an asshole because like, oh, take their artistic license away. Like, I'd want them to play it very similar to the album because I know they do these jams and these full things, but they have sometimes like
stop it.
Like
no.
they have just these breakaways and like they add way more chorus and clean parts and drums are going like, crazy man. I'm like, just play it like the album, dudes.
Yeah.
They're mega rock stars. That would never happen. Yeah, Sting, don't do that.
Please stop.
Do what you did back in 78, please.
Yeah. Jesus.
You fucking idiot.
I have another one.
But I think they had to transpose a lot of those songs because you can't hit those notes anymore.
Yeah. Quitter.
Well, you can't fucking hit those notes. So you ever had that? Like, I guess that's why we started playing
it down.
Half Step Down.
And like,
are there any songs that you would like think we should do another Half Step Down?
Yeah, there's the song I just wrote. I'm like, I don't know why I wrote it where I'm like singing pretty high.
The one that's yeah, that one. Like, yeah, I'm sure people are like,
oh yeah, that song. Well, that's not recorded.
Yeah,
yeah. There's some tough notes actually.
Is those Digitech drops.
Oh.
And we can just hit that and drop our guitars a half step.
Even the drums?
So we play that's... We got to get Brian on. I don't even know how you tune drums.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
No, I usually just...
and tap
Yeah, I know how the process, but I'm like, what are you hitting the notes for?
Oh.
Are you actually tuning it to a note?
To a note? I don't know.
Anyway, that's a dumb question. I'm going to cut that out. All right, you got to...
Yeah, I got a couple more. Refused. The Shape of Punk to Come. Yeah, the name of the band is called Refused.
It sounds so familiar. I'm like, now
the Shape of Punk to Come. So it's like almost like a concept record, but it's like super loud and thrashy, and then it goes to like different styles. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't want to say like Johnny's Modern Love, But,
okay, yeah.
But it's got some loud parts to it. It's definitely fast paced, and they mix it up. It's a cool record, and it's like, I don't know. He's actually the one who told me about it. He's like, "Oh, you like this band? You should listen to that." And when I first listened, I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it's cool." And then I've listened to the whole record a bunch of times. I'm like, okay, that's one that I could listen to. I could probably watch it live fully.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So
fuck. Okay, I gotta check that one out. Damn.
You got another one?
Yeah. So maybe my last one. So Mill and Colin.
Yeah,
I've seen him before, but it's the Tony Hawk album, the one that you grew up listening to,
with No Cigar,
Penny Bridge Pioneers. Yeah, it's like that's like all those songs are like all like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. They're in the punk and like that's like the punk like Punkorama comps. It's everything was like Epitaph, and it's like this is it. This is like the fucking like pop punk, skater album music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was all about it. And I guess I would like to just see him again. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah.
But I would love to see him again, and then also just like play that album front to back. Such a fucking banger. Damn.
I got another one. I got Pup, The Dream Is Over.
Okay. That's pretty recent, isn't it?
Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
They probably will play it. They probably do it every night. No,
they probably should just go see
I think they've already put out 2 records since then.
Okay, damn.
But it's
you've never seen them live?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I got better things to do, bitch.
They've been here, so yeah. I was
they hit here a lot, but I guess I'm always on. It's like, oh, they're playing tonight.
Yeah, no, they blew up for sure in the past few years. I remember they played like Soda Bar.
Yeah.
On like a Sunday or something like that, or like a Thursday.
And you saw them, right?
No, I could have gone. I was like, oh man, I should have gone to that. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
And now they're playing like these giant, like couple thousand capacity or like 1,500 capacity venues. Like, damn, probably should have saw them at Soda Bar for like 40 people.
Yeah, and I think that was before they did that. Before they did this record, The Dream Is Over.
Yeah.
One more. Clash, London Calling, of course.
Yeah,
come on.
Come on. That's the GOAT.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, that would be.
Yeah, damn. The whole thing would be so sick to watch. Damn.
And just unmentionable. Just
Joe Strummer. Yeah, for sure.
Pose of the unmentionables.
Yeah. The unmentionables. Yeah, no, that would be a cool one. Damn. Yeah. That's a good way to cap it off. Okay. A little bit of a sleepy cast today. You can tell we're a little tired here. I think it's the cold weather. I think it's just
cold weather.
It's just
we need some pho or some ramen.
We're trying to like get a hot cast going, but it's like the weather's prevented. Like the weather's like no hot cast today, fellas.
We tried.
Shit. All right, let's head out of here. But before we go, just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you guys can follow along with the show on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a group. We have a page. We're on YouTube now. We have 2 videos.
Woo!
Hooga. And then we're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks. You check that shit out. We're posting cool shit on the reg. And then if you guys really like what you hear, you guys can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you guys double down for $2 a month, you guys get an extra episode every week. And just for supporting the show, we're going to give you guys little shouty, sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list?
I got a list.
Give it to me,
baby! All right. Andrew Walsh, Adam Rohr from the Let Him Hear podcast, Doug King, Doug Gann, and Doug Christ. Abe Newman.
The brothers Doug.
Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Aaron Taylor.
The Newmans.
Yeah. The Newmans. Aaron Taylor, Nicholas Ogburn, Bruce Banana, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger. Should I over-announce my words here?
I don't know. Like, be cool about it for once in your life.
Yo, man, you got Jason Fuzzmonger.
Is it your Joe Cool?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, everybody.
We got Joe, Will, and RJ from the Just Surprise Me podcast.
Your cool voice.
Oh, wait, yeah. Like Joe Camel, like smoking it up?
Yeah,
that was what I was doing.
Joe Kyle.
Jamie Davis, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Nicholas Payson, Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars, Steve Mike, Alvaro Viramontes, Co Schneider from the Flippin' podcast. Flippin' Flippers podcast. Brett Alexander, Digger from Fatfoot Effects, Brian from Nutter Guitars, Leon from Pelican Noisers. Why
I like that you're like,
you laughing?
I can totally hear your.
Sorry.
I'm just going to leave it in.
All right. Well.
A little ASMR for you guys.
Then we got Clark Griswold here. Clark Griswold, Sean Fahey, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, and Sean Wright from Lollygagger.
Like you're grouping the Sean.
Yeah, I'll mix them around. I think we'll do that next time.
You know, like a 52 card pickup.
Yeah. There you go.
The Seans are bringing up the rear there.
Yeah, we got we have 2 Nicholases.
Yeah.
We got to put those guys together.
Yeah, all right, let's get out of here. This is good. Let's just recap
really interesting.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.